Namaskar. You are watching Global Governance TV, and we are going to discuss today cheat, lies, and politics of Kejriwal. Yes, the Chief Minister of Kejriwal and the leader of Aam Aadmi Party is now be, became a khas party for a khas person that is called Kejriwal. And we have long list for the lies spread by the AAP party leaders and how he is doing the politics of the lies, deceit, propaganda. And if you see the claims, and many times he's already practicing the politics of lie, deceit, while using sometimes Delhi police, sometimes the Saffron Party, sometimes the even United Nations. No one has he has not just you can say the, the note left. And if 49 lies of Arvind Kejriwal, lied about media lobbying, lies about Saudi and American funds, lies about the Batla House encounter, lied about the party stand on Kashmir. Just recently, he laughed in assembly with his deputy speaker leader Araki Birlan. So inhuman, we can say, understand. Lies about his rank in tax department, lied under oath of support to Congress, lied about the Jindal funds, lied about support for the honest officers like Kenta, lied about welfare of farmers, lied about against the corruption of CW scam. And just you see how just lies about the Ford Foundation and lies about the how U-turn is a no way. Always he expert in U-turn. Whatever he spoke, turned down. Just how just lies about Mr. Nitin Gadkari, Union Minister, and that when court send the notices and then become the excuses and go the lie down on his feet. So like that, and whatever he said, 370 pages proof of Sheila Dikshit. Once his government comes to power, he will send her to jail within 2 days. When he came in power, he suddenly lost all proof and he started asking for proof from BJP. This is called Nirbhaya case. On one hand, he protests Delhi on camera, asking for justice for Nirbhaya and a strict punishment for rapists. But on the other, he gave Lok Sabha ticket from the South Bangalore to the Nina Nayak. Nina supported and fought for the less punishment for the Nirbhaya killer and most brutal rapist, Muhammad Afroz. It was Muhammad Afroz who double raped Nirbhaya, inserted iron rod in her body, took out her intestines because of the brutal assault by the Afroz. Nirbhaya died. This is called Arvind Kejriwal gave justice to Nirbhaya by giving the Lok Sabha ticket to the savior of rapist and murderer. A house in the Batla House, Isra Jahan encounter, a fake Batla House encounter, already be proved the court by the genuine encounter of the terrorist and LED. And David Hadley already confessed number of times. Israt was a late operative. Our party constitution related more than one family member, like a member of AAP, last more than 10 years. He is only the convener, a so-called president, you can say. Kavita Ramdas in Asia, head of the Ford Foundation, father L. Ramdas, mother and Sagar, all are the members of that time the core committee. And the long list of lies, how he lies to Anna Hazare, how to Justice Santosh Hegde, how lies the old closest friend Kumar Biswas, how he reacted about them. And recently, how he just freebies for the Delhi's people. Obviously, and our electricity, water will be free, and we can feel how free or not. And just see the new I think, style of governance in Punjab. He'll give the 1,000 rupees to every ladies and all the free electricity to the Punjab farmers, where the Punjab is all the great debt from the different corners. So how we can fight like that from these lies of politics of Mr. Kejriwal? So today start from Shivaji Sarkar. How just to think why he is lying, why he is cheating with the public. Do you think this is a new culture has been just developed and I think arise in our society? This is the old society where the slogan is Satyameva Jayate.
Some background noise, please. Some background noise.
Yeah, I think from Shivaji side. So I think just I mute Shivaji, and then Bandana just start. Then Shivaji will control the noise, and then he will speak.
You want me to?
Please, please.
No, I think you see, you have given a very long list of lies. Unfortunately, I have not been following Kejriwal that closely, so I can't really vouch for how many lies he is speaking. But
Already, sir,
there is one definite
already,
thing I would say.
already available on the Google Baba site.
No, no, just coming to it, please.
Please.
The issue is, I would say, if you take it from the political point of view, he is able to connect with the people. Lies or not lies, propaganda. Of course, there are many things. Possibly, you can say there are many jumlas in whatever he is saying. But one aspect that I find, if you could just go by Delhi, Punjab he has just got in. I'm not talking of Punjab. But if you think of Delhi, I believe he has connected well with the people. And amongst his voters, and very interestingly enough, amongst his voters are a large number of people belonging to his caste who otherwise vote for BJP. But when it comes to local elections, particularly the state assembly elections, all those people who are very core BJP supporters, who are from the core RSS, maybe because of his family connection or whatever it is, they vote for him. And today, you can see the uneasiness in the system of the BJP because they felt if the MCD elections, as they were, the 3 MCD elections, they were held like that, their apprehension was they may not able to have the kind of majority that they had. So they have been putting it off. So you have to understand this politics. What you are saying may be correct. I'm not disputing that. But the way he is connecting with the people, the way he is telling what he is going to do or whatever he is doing, and particularly may not be exactly because of Kejriwal, but because of his deputy CM Manish Sisodia. The Delhi schools have definitely improved a lot, whatever the ranking may be. But if you go by the previous records and present, there has been a difference.
Shivaji,
So
school is only model. 3, 4, 5 school is a model showcase. Only showcasing the so-called development. As you know it, we know it.
I'm not
Only
disputing that. I'm not
please.
disputing what you are saying. But the issue is, whatever he is saying, people are believing in him. You may be saying you are saying lies. We may be knowing that he is more possibly not telling the truth, but people seemingly believing him. People are seeming also apprehensive of his growing prowess. So we have to understand what kind of politics Kejriwal is really playing. And that is an enigma. You see, nobody expected Punjab would go whole hog for him. But he has managed this campaigning well. Whatever way he did, he managed it well. And today he is you can say, almost the king of Punjab. So I think we need to analyze what he was saying is correct perhaps, but we need to analyze how he's managing his projections. He's managing his projections, I believe, to the satisfaction of the people. And that is why he's getting so much of mileage. So this one aspect we need to study. And especially, you see, you have to understand another aspect of it. His campaigning projection is against another party which is master in doing their campaigning, propaganda, and political management. And they are finding that Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party is not an easy nut to crack. So you have to analyze it from that perspective. What is that magic that Kejriwal is spelling out? I think let us others to speak.
Yeah. Vandanaji, how just Shivaji is totally actually in a balanced way, but this is also how this magic played well in just that last, this is a second election, and last election, whatever the BJP did mistake just to projecting Kiran Vedi as a chief minister and discarding the Dr. Harshvardhan like personality who was really well known for Delhi. But that is a fault, as I think, that is the fault of the great leadership of BJP. Whatever reason, nobody knows. But whatever I came to know, the senior leader like Arun Jaitley didn't like Dr. Vijay Kumar Malhotra. This old senior leader of the Delhi. So, like other one, this internal fighting of BJP also just, I think, anyway, helped to Kejriwal. As well as the second term, there is no projection of leadership in spite the very good work done by the then President Manoj Tiwari, now member of parliament. That also member of parliament. Whatever they did. So, how do you analyze? Just to, do you think BJP, due to the inner fighting or the not proper planning of BJP, he won the second term also, first term, and after that he is trying to just mesmerize to others with the all lies and cheats to the public. Number two, number three, do you think the public of the Delhi, either in Punjab, now they made fools with their the false promises? Vandana ji.
Namaskar to Kumar Rakesh ji and Shivaji Sarkar and to our viewers. Good morning, everyone, wherever you are. सुबह सुबह लोग राम का नाम लेते हैं, भगवान का नाम लेते हैं. मेरा सुबह शुरू हो रहा है एक झूठे एंड मक्कार के नाम से. So
देश के लिए, राष्ट्र के लिए.
That's what I'm just saying.
Please.
The subject that you picked up for the person that you're talking about, his life when he got into the public life, I'm going to say, not as like a because he was doing a job. I'm not talking about that, what he did over there. But when he came as a shadow of Anna Hazare, and if we do have videos, the timid Kejriwal staying all behind those Anna as well as the other four, which was Kiran Bedi, Kumar Vishwas, and Prashant Bhushan, and one more, right? So they started this journey, but he was the one who was all the way behind. And his image has been the guy who's wearing a muffler, the guy who's wearing a shirt, half sleeves, and slippers, and oh my God, he's from IIT, like, you know, that the prestigious institute that we all means people have a dream means, and then comes I will never be getting into active politics. Number one, शुरुआत तो वहां से हुआ. I will never be taking any bungalow. Number two, I will not be traveling in the car with the red flag. Number three, keep counting. But in today's time, because that IIT has helped him in a sense, he has understood the pulse of the people. Free. From where he's going to get, how he's going to pay, and the demographics have changed. Let me tell you both, I was born and raised in Delhi. Almost 3 decades I'm here. So when used to go, means no matter what, we leave Bharat, Bharat cannot be away from us. And the same thing is, Delhi is the pride of Bharat. Delhi has embraced everybody. because the culture of Delhi versus Mumbai, we always used to, now Mumbai, Bombay, we always used to say Bombay people are very different than the Delhi people because very warm, very, very warm. Like, because being a cosmopolitan city. But what has happened over a period of time, and I will never be able to excuse this, the party who's ruling right now in Central. They have never understood what Delhi is, including Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, to be honest. My due respect to them, when this person whom we are talking about, the CM of Delhi, Kejriwal, he resigned. Being a CM, he is doing dharna on the area where you have 26 January parade. I was in Delhi at that very time. Sitting MP, you've been sitting CM with the majority, and you are giving dharna for whom? Like, you should be trying to improve it. What he wanted, what were his demands? And then there was, I think, union territory became like a president rule or something like that because there was no government for 14 months. He worked on ground during that 14 months. What was BJP doing? They brought, you have already taken the name, respected Kiran Bedi ji. My due respect what she did as the Tihar jailer and the Delhi Commissioner of Police. But to run an office means like this is different. And people did not accept. And people within the party lost the morals because those who have given their life, because BJP, if you talk about, is a party which has been for many, many years. Because before it was conceived BJP, there used to be a party called Jansangh. So wo log hain. Those are the people, those who means really, and I will not buy Shivaji Sarkar's statement that the core RSS people are going to vote for Kejriwal. Never, it will not happen. They were lured by that there will be a corruption free, like, means I'm just telling you, because what first thing he said was there will not be any corruption. We are going to fight for corruption. I am just going to share Shivaji Sarkar with you. We do have Dr. Munish Raizada. I wish I had known the time. I would have got him as one of the panelists. उन्होंने इनका चिट्ठा खोल के रख देना था. A practicing physician here in the city of Chicago, in the state of Illinois, in the land of Lincoln, got very influenced. His wife is also a practicing physician with 2 kids. He left everything and he went to India, Bharat. Oh, मुझे भारत माता को सर्व करना है. माता को क्या सर्व करना है? And he has been with Kejriwal very close. When they said each and every cent का हिसाब दिया जाएगा, सब कुछ वेबसाइट पे लिखा जाएगा, सरकार जी ने 10 रुपया दिया, कुमार राकेश जी ने $51 दिया, rupees दिया. I'm sorry.
Nothing it did.
No, so because that is what I'm just saying, झूठ की बुनियाद पे खड़े हैं. और फिर इस पार्टी को we cannot even because BJP ignored. BJP got the people, those who were outsiders, and Delhi is not ready to accept them because they don't know what the Delhi problems are. They don't know what Delhi means like, and that is why when you talk about municipalities, they have been always with BJP, like, you know. And coming back to this Kejriwal, you have just seen an elected official who is not at all sensitive to the so many deaths as well as the genocide of people. The way he laughed on Kashmir files, along with his gang sitting, that Rakhi Birla and the other guy who has been responsible for the Delhi riots sitting behind, that picture speaks for itself. And that video, jitna marji wo paint kar le, but there is a big but, Kumar Rakesh ji.
Yeah.
He is paying all the mainstream media so much that their mouth has been totally shut. I have not seen anyone going, as we are cross-questioning his integrity and his lies. Anybody has done it in any press conference? Tell me आप तो बोलते थे कि हम इलेक्शन नहीं लड़ेंगे, आप तो बोलते थे हम पॉलिटिकल में नहीं जाएंगे, आप तो उसको क्रॉस क्वेश्चन किसी ने किया अभी तक? If somebody has done it, I would like to say they are only doing monologues. They are not doing dialogues when they are in front of him, because they are also sold out to it. COVID time, he was, हमने बिस्तर कितने बेड का बिस्तरा बना दिया, हॉस्पिटल बना दिया. Then what happened? Where was the hospital? And
Totally mockery and lies for the whatever the government of India did, just is taking the credit.
No. But what that cricketer turned politician, what's his name is, he has made.
Gautam Gambhir. Gautam
He
Gambhir.
made one temporary hospital, and these people scrapped it. How can people forget that? That is an irony of the people, and sorry to say, because
Vandana ji, long list to do. Just a moment.
sorry,
I'll time up.
I went too long, because I'm
No,
just
no problem. No problem. No problem. Just take a break and then we'll continue now. Just time a break now. Thank you. Welcome to break. Just Vandana is going to so emotional about his lies and cheat. I think we should not. Whatever he is, every people should know again and again, time to time. People should remind.
not
people
emotional.
should
I'm
again.
rational. I'm just showing the people.
Yeah.
And the blunder made by
But
Delhi people.
emotional about the truth, how
Yeah.
truth should be maintained.
Yeah.
That's the matter of emotionalist. Rational, okay. Shivaji, how do you analyze now living in Delhi now? I think you live in just about an NCR, not a Delhi. You used to come Delhi and go, but you have seen Delhi. You have been to Delhi many times. Long
You
years.
see who he is connecting with, we have to see. What you are saying, what Vandana ji is saying, they're all correct. But what kind of strategies they are working? Unless and until we go into that, I agree he's telling all lies. During COVID time, I believe not only Delhi, when UP government had failed, most of the state governments had failed because we never tried to build a proper health infrastructure. We have it. In UP, even today, I can tell you, the police investigations are the weakest. What a job is to be done by the sub-inspector is done by ASI. And most investigations, if not every, it is done in a very hackneyed manner. But the government says we have established the law and order and people believe in it. So it is not that only one government is doing it. Everyone, whosoever is in power anywhere, perhaps, Bengal, Maharashtra, whatever you can say, included, that part of propaganda is playing more. It is just not with Kejriwal. I've given the instance of UP deliberately because I have personal knowledge about it and I can reel out many more details about it. So it is not working. During the COVID, UP had the worst record.
But Shivaji, just let me concentrate
I'm
on
just
the
coming
fact.
to it. I'm just coming to it.
So, but there's a fact also, that's a fact from the media also, that's how the media are trying to propagate and just trying to highlight all the dead bodies that was not from the actual bodies. What were
Don't tell me,
concern of UP?
Rakesh, the crematorium from my house is only 2 kilometers away and know what exactly was happening.
But
I
same
know,
as-
I belong
same-
to
same as
Allahabad.
just
I know what was exactly
USA and
happening
other
there.
part of Europe.
No, everything. No. You have to. You see, just
How
blaming
the
the media
foreign
is very
media
fine,
highlighted.
but everything that media showed is not incorrect. It was extremely correct.
But
My
according
brother,
to
was there and
according
he
to
has signed it. He signed me
according-
different photographs of that.
actually we
So
are going
don't
to
say that
we are
the
going to
politics
different
of
way of
lies, I
discussion.
think, has become the style of Indian politics now.
No, so you are just
No.
trying to no, Shivaji. So are you trying to just prove it right to the Kejriwal and whatever he's doing, just staying following
No, I'm not doing that.
all the
I'm not doing
ancestors
that.
of the politics?
Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. I am saying the mastery that the propaganda machinery of Kejriwal or anybody else, that the way they project, people accept it.
Why?
That is a matter of a study that perhaps we haven't done yet. That is, we need a deep study on that. So why it is happening? Why people are trusting what is not trustworthy?
Vandana ji,
This is, I
very,
believe, this
very,
is a very
very, very,
critical
very,
situation
very,
for Indian democracy.
very
You see, it is
valid
a very
point.
critical situation.
Very valid point from Shivaji. People should not trust them, but why people are going to trust and voting them? That is also a matter of concern, in spite of the all lies of the past government and the current government, whatever he has done. And with the numbers of seats, just you can see and analyze.
No, I know. You see,
The
what
first,
Kejriwal
the
has done,
first lie
Kejriwal is taking
is
credit for whatever Sheila Dikshit has done. He is taking credit for that also.
But Sheila,
No,
Sheila
but
did
unfortunately,
something
no,
good for Delhi.
no, unfortunately,
Whatever
people have
she did,
forgotten Sheila Dikshit and they accept that Kejriwal has done it. So
okay. But,
this is the strange aspect of India. I would say the Indian people now. They
the
have a
we are
short-term
also
memory.
responsible. We are also responsible. We accept
irony
our
is,
yeah.
irony
This
is,
is one thing. No, you see, there is the issue is
let,
the
let the
propaganda.
Bandra
Better the propaganda, people just are gullible and they fall into that trap. So,
whatever. But Bandra
with
what's the
Kejriwal
reason?
also is so. Vandanaji
I,
said, no, I am telling you, Vandanaji said that the core RSS people didn't vote for him. I know personally, and I can reel out some of the top names here also, but I won't do that. They have voted for him. Their families have voted for him.
why?
Not only, subsequently, huh? That is
Why?
another issue to be found out. Why they are doing it?
I'm
okay,
gonna,
okay, okay, okay.
I'm going to ask you.
You can disbelieve me. That's a different issue. The reality is this.
Hold on 1 second, Shivaji.
Please.
Listen. You said I know people personally who voted for him, RSS. I'm not asking for their names to be divulged. Number one, I always say, Kumar Rakesh ji, at what age you became a Sanatani? Were you Sanatani at the age of 5? Were you Sanatani when your mother conceived you? Were you Sanatani at the age of 25? Or were you Sanatani at the age of 50? That is what a biggest difference is, Shivaji Sarkar, for a core guy and a real guy and a real guy. A real guy will never go, because RSS has also, over a period of time, become a fashion for people that we have been going there. I am telling you, my father has done OTC with Advani ji. Let me be, means, no matter you cut us into, even if I'm just saying, you chop us into pieces, but the blood will not, because we know Rashtriya Dharma is above everything. Even sitting miles away, why our heart bleeds. My father is suffering from dementia, but when the name comes of Bharat, you just see how his nerves and Kumar Rakesh ji, I'm going to tell you, one day you do a show and get my mother on this, Hindi में लेके आना उनको और उनके दिल की बात को सुनिएगा, आपको मालूम चलेगा. Because, so coming back to, people are responsible. Yes, people cannot be, because we cannot excuse them. They need to be blamed for it. But see the irony. Seeing the fate of Delhi Heights, this guy goes and sweeps Punjab. We have 54 lakh crores of rupees to disburse, free money. And just after taking the oath, they are asking 50,000 crore हमको दे दीजिए प्रधानमंत्री जी, हम नेबरिंग स्टेट हैं, पंजाब हमारे को सिक्योरिटी के लिए चाहिए. अभी जब देने के लिए गए थे, तो what happened on 5th January, we all know that. So let's not, but this government has to also understand. I am always saying, जिसने दिया है साथ उसी का करो विकास, because otherwise you are going to, resources are limited, no matter where you are living, here or there.
For every country, this is not a country of
so
Bharat, in every country.
It should not be at my cost, like, those who are financially weak, give it to them. I just came across some number strategy about how the pension scheme works. Because somebody has married 4 times, उसके चौथी वाइफ को भी पेंशन मिलेगा. वो 70 साल का मर गया, बीवी 30 साल की है, उसको पेंशन मिलता रहे. So is this kind of schemes that we are talking about? Like,
Also in UK also. Same is going to UK also. Another Netherlands also, New Zealand also.
because see, there
Yeah.
has to be some corrective methods. I remember earlier, Shivaji, what used to happen, I'm talking about when we were in India. They used to go to Kalyanpuri, Jangirpuri, and give disbursement of money and stuff like that, sharab ka botal, election se pehle. But now this is happening clear in the election manifesto. आपको फ्री में ये मिलेगा, आपको फ्री में ये मिलेगा. इलेक्शन कमीशन का जिम्मेवारी नहीं है. कहां से लाएंगे आप? Where from you are going to get it? Why
Yeah.
stop? Yeah. So that is what the reforms, very strict reforms are needed if you want, because you have seen what happened to Venezuela, a country which
Yeah.
promised everything. So you have living examples. You don't want country to be like that. And a country who wants to prosper, they always have to have, nothing comes for free. You have to earn it. Thank you.
Okay. So last take, Shivaji. What is the remedy of this lies, cheat, and propaganda? Matter of the deep study. You are going to study. You have studied. You have seen. What's the reason? Very brief. 1 minute we have.
You see, there is one thing. Two things are happening almost in every state. Wherever there is a one thing, I would say, because of the anti-defection law, the chief ministers of every state has become very powerful, because they know that MLAs are now their slaves everywhere. So whatever the decision one man will take, and that is what I would say is not a very democratic process. One man's will prevails everywhere. Vandana ji was talking about the media. Well, unfortunately enough, this controlling of the media is happening everywhere. Either you try to placate them or you control them. Across the country it is happening. In different states it is happening. Now, unless and until, you see, there are two things. Just remember or recall how party members of the Congress used to be vocal, very vocal, and in public during 50s and 60s against the party policies. Wherever they used to differ, they used to be critical publicly. There used to be socialist forum, there used to be other forum, and they all used to discuss. And virtually another aspect that was there, that they used to capture the opposition space. Now that is not possible. Once anybody becomes critical, whatever the shape of the party may be, he can be expelled from the party for, suppose, anti-party activity. That is one aspect. And that is eroding the basic functioning of the legislative parties. This is one. Second thing is, every state party, whichever is ruling, they feel very happy that the media is only singing paeans about them. There is no opposition voice at all. There is no real voice at all. The media is not speaking out the voice of the people. So unless and until that happens, what will happen? There is the propaganda ego. Maybe Delhi, maybe any other state. So unless and until you empower the media, unless and until you accept whatever you see, media maybe have differences and they should have differences.
So
they should
Shivaji,
speak in different voices. So unless and until that happens, I think what the remedy was suggesting, it will become very difficult to have that remedy.
Okay, so as Vandana ji said, and you just you share your view, remedy is there, remedy should be there, but matter of the deep study. It means we are going to escape the rights and duties as a public, as a sensitive voter of the country. So as I think, we people are also as well as same responsible for that. As Vandanaji suggested, electoral reforms should be there. What if freebies are there that should not be announced by the any political parties? And as you know it, since 64, this is a 2022, electoral reforms bills are pending. And if I quote the former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, other L.K. Advani, and other leaders, just they are also worried about why not the all party are just uh, uh, on on one front and anonymous for just to pass the electoral reforms bill. So that is also a main problem. Yeah, please, Bandanaji.
I want to add one thing. They always say democracy is for the people, those who are educated, not only literate, those who understand. And to be honest, by end of the term, if they claim that we are going to give you this, first of all, it should stop. But the development and the growth chart should be there in the agenda. What are they going to do in the 5 years? And when they go to file next, means like elections, there should be a report card from the election commission, not opposition party, because opposition party, if he said, she said, it is going to be blame game.
Yeah, that is a matter of electoral reforms. That is issues of electoral, as you were saying.
आपने ये commit किया था, आपने ये perform किया. Commitment versus performance, and that should come out from the election commission, which should be a neutral body instead of BJP to AAP to Congress. That will be a true democracy. Thank you so very much. I'm being so it not be waste of taxpayers' money like we are seeing it. Akhilesh Yadav doing it, running another election. Now it's a liability of taxpayers that they have. He is resigned. His wife will be. Who's going to pay for that election? Who's going to pay?
That's problem. There's so many.
That is a part of the democratic process. We can't. I don't think that is a valid reason to criticize anyone. No, that's not.
No. That should be the part of electoral reforms. What we are discussing, Shivaji, you must know. You know it. That should be. That should not be. Why they are not. We like people. The sensitive voters of the country should just know the rights and just to aware to the voters also what are the rights and duties. Only why 60% votes? Why 70? Why 40% voting? The cast the voters.
The one who is going to vote.
100%.
The one who's going to vote get the benefits. That's
again. I would say one thing. What is the job of the media?
Time is already up. We are 5 minutes late, sir.
Thank you,
sir. So actually, just we have to think on that for electoral reforms as well as the whatever you just.
Only a vibrant media can make voters vibrant. That's all.
That's right. Valid point. Vibrant media should be vibrant and that should be responsible and for the conscious for the rights, whatever rights of the media. They have also just distracted from their duties. That is also the main issues. I think so. That's why this type of lies and the liars and cheated politicians just getting high in our society.
That has become the pattern of Indian politics.
That should not be. So we like people to think and just try to hammer them. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Right.